Are you interested in being more productive and understanding what productivity is? Today we are going to talk about productivity, but not in the classic way. Because when we talk about productivity, we search different systems, methods that we can use and apply, what habits to create in order to become more productive. So, if you are interested in productivity, I think you already do that. What we are going to talk today about, it's a different side of productivity, a side that is connected with spirituality and sexuality in the same time. I know, sounds interesting. Stay with me to find out what I have to say on this topic. My name is Florentina Jonah and I'm a spiritual life coach for men. My mission is to help men to access their divine power, feel alive and aligned to their mission. Today we have a case study that I received from a man. All the lives that I do in the Awaken Men TV series are real case studies. So if you have a case study, just drop me a message and let me know what do you want me to talk about in the next live. So let's dive in the topic that we have today, and then we'll go into the content. Hello, I was wondering about the issue regarding the effectiveness and productivity of an individual during his work or in a job. But when I have researched about the body and its functioning, I found out that it's shocking for me that the male reproductive organs are also important behind the efficiency. I can say the interval of the intercourse also affects the productivity of a man especially. Do you think there is any connection between productivity, masculine reproductive system, and spirituality? I love this topic because this will bring me into an area that I rarely teach and rarely speak about it, because it's about sacred sexuality. So what has to do sacred sexuality with productivity? If we look at our body, physically, we have organs, we have the reproductive system, and all this body, physical body that we have and feel, it's sustained by energy. That means we are alive. That means we have energy. That means we enjoy life. We can do things when we have energy, and we are more productive when we have energy. So I want you to imagine those days where you feel very, very tired. You're not willing to do nothing. You just want to lay down and let the day pass. That's the day where you don't have energy. So when we don't have energy, we cannot do bigger things. We cannot impact because we don't have the fuel. So the energy is the fuel. When we are looking through our body, every part of our body has its own purpose. So if we dive to the sexual organ areas, the primary function that God gave us was to reproduce, to give life to other human beings, to other souls, to be on earth. I will take you a bit to the energetic anatomy of the body, because the physical, you learn it in school and it's easy to identify things. But when it comes to energy, you have to see it, feel it, or perceive it. So our sexual organs emanate energy. When two persons have sex, they make love or they have a foreplay, they exchange that energy. So we understand that having more energy gives us more productivity. But how this affects the intercourse, how it affects the productivity itself. When a man goes in an intercourse, in an interaction with a woman, he is not aware of his sexuality most of the time. There are men who are called tantric men. These kind of men are the ones who are interested in their sexual energy, in cultivating that energy and express it to another level. But the usual men, they are all the time interested in the pleasure and having the orgasm, which usually is translated through ejaculation. So when you meet women after women after women after women and have sex with them, what you do is consuming your vital energy and your sexual energy, which is your creativity energy, your abundance energy, and your feeling alive energy. So when you don't pay attention to your sex drive, you don't pay attention to your life as such. Why? Because sexual energy is something beyond the reproductive system that we have created for us as human beings to produce child. Sexual energy is the energy of life. So when you start to understand that sexual energy, try to see it, feel it, and not consume it, from that moment on you just tap into your power. So what that means? That means we have our sexual energy, which is based in the sacral area. Okay, think about your spine. In the sacral area there is stored our sexual energy. The sexual energy can be amplified or consumed, and depending on what behavior do you have, you benefit of this energy or you just expel it. So the modern education about sexuality, it's about you have to regulate your hormones, you have to have sex because if you don't have sex you will have health issues. Let's have sex just to feel good and enjoy. And usually if we look at studies and researches, we find out that, for example, a sexual intercourse lasts very few minutes. Why? Because if you don't train your sexual energy in energy and also in behavior, you cannot see the whole benefits. I know this might be a new topic for you, and it might be like, what she's talking about, what is this all about? But I want just to wake up your interest on this topic, on sacred sexuality, tantric sexuality, and move you forward to search more the topic. So let's go back to energetic anatomy. We have the Kundalini energy, which is also our spirit, and when this spirit lifts up, we feel alive, empowered. We have the capacity to expand, to create more, to love more, and to evolve. This sexual energy needs to be awakened in the first time, and then needs to be trained in order to stay where we ask it to stay. So when you have sex with a woman and you ejaculate, that means you are consuming from this reservoir of energy that you have without knowing him. And one important thing that you should know about women, when you are in this part of ejaculating, the woman knows from that moment on that she can control you. I know, sounds sucks, but she can control you. So men have associated in their mind sexuality, orgasm equals ejaculation, which actually is not all the time true, because you can have orgasm without ejaculate. So this is like more deep into topic. But let's go to anatomy. So you have two types of energy inside of you. You have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. In Hindu it's called Ida and Pingala. These type of energies are the first one you need to awaken in order to lift up your energy and be able to understand your sexuality. So after you awaken these two energies and work with them and feel them and understand them, then you go to the next level, which means awakening your sexual energy, the real one, which you need to uplift and elevate through your energetic system. Maybe we will do another live where we are going to talk about the energetic system. From now, I want just to stay focused on the sexuality and productivity. So when you start to move this energy around your body, when you start to feel alive, when you start to generate more sexual energy than consume it, then you become more abundant, then you make more money, then you become more creative, then you become more loving and caring. Why? Because you uplift yourself in frequency. And if you have questions on this topic, please drop me a message or comment below, and I will be gladly answering you. So when you start to lift up your energy, your sexual energy, you become alive. Usually the men who are practicing sexual continence, they are more centered, they have more energy, they interact better with women, and they have better interactions in life in general. So, going to the productivity side. When I have more energy, I am more productive. Of course, you need also to have some systems put in place, but you have to understand that if you consume your sexual energy and you don't pay attention to your body and what's the level of the frequency that you have, you will just consume that energy and you won't be able to be productive. Because when you interact with life as a man, and especially with sexuality, there are three levels. There is the physical level, where you just have sex, feel good, enjoy yourself, but also consume a lot of energy. Think about how you feel after you have done love with a woman. Think about how activated and alive you feel, or drained and tired and everything you want to do is just to sleep. So if you are drained of energy after an intercourse, that means your energy is dropping. That means the next days of work won't be so productive. That means you need to recover that energy in order to be able to be more productive in the next days. I will come back on this topic, sexuality, because it's really important and you need to understand the energetic connection between people, between men and women especially, and also between you and life. So we talked about the physical. Now let's go to the energetic one. The energetic level is the one that I already introduced you in. It's the level where you start to understand, feel, and uplift your sexual energy. When you understand the power of your sexual energy, then you can go to the next level and understand how you can improve and how you can feel the woman more and feel yourself better more. And another level is the mental one, mental, emotional, where you just produce yourself the idea that I need to be with a woman, I need to have sex because doctors told me that. Usually for men it's a problem staying a long period of time without having an intercourse if they don't know how to uplift their sexual energy, because that will cause problems in the physical parts of the body. So if you decide to search more or go on this path of sexual continence, you need to do a research first, because you are going to face some obstacles at the beginning, and you need to understand what are the steps to take in order to access that part of you. So to answer your question, the answer is yes. Productivity, sexual masculinity and spirituality are connected, and depending on how much you have your energy level up, that's also the level of your productivity. When it comes to sacred sexuality, it's not only about physical stuff, meeting the person, doing your thing, and that's it. It's about pure connection, it's about love, joy, care, and also it's about connecting soul to soul. But this is covered in one of my programs, and there I go in specific areas with specific techniques and exercises that you need to do. So I'm glad that you sent me this topic, and I'm glad that you are interested in your sexuality and productivity. Next week I'm going to launch a full power activation session. It's a powerful session that I offer to men, which is not 100% related to sexual energy, but it's related to your full power as a man. So in this session, it's a free session that I'm going to offer, and if you are interested, just drop me a message to put you on the waiting list, because already I have a waiting list for that. In this session, I will do a reading. I will read your energy. I will see where are your blockages, and then After releasing the blockages, we will start to empower the whole body, the whole energetic system that you have, in order to see what is the maximum level of energy that you can contain in this moment. So if you're interested in that, drop me a message, because you might find it very interesting. If you have a topic and you want me to discuss it next week, drop me a message with it, and I will make a full live just for you. Thank you for watching, and see you next week. Bye.